Meta builders and meta breakers. Meta builders build, meta breakers break. Build, meta builder, meta building. Break, meta breaker, meta breakthrough. Meta builders hammer, meta builders jackhammer. Meta diggers dig down, down, down. Meta welders weld. Meta cranes hoist. Meta children search. Meta wheelbarrows carry. Dad! After build time comes meta break time. It's a sign from Suna. Hi Uno, what are you making? Hi Des, I am making a sign for my club. Oh, it's a sign? What will it say? I don't know. I can fold paper hats. I cannot write. I can write? Not if you can learn to write. Learn to be an awesome. I know your alert. You do? I will. Wow. Will you join my little club? Here's your hat. What am I going to write on our sign? Ta-da! Ooh, what letter is it? A. Nice A. 1, 2. Oh. Nice A. Nice A. Udo and DOS. Udo and Stress. Oh, hi, DOS. Why are you making a sign for our new club? Where's the rest of the word? Isn't a word? It's A. Yes, it's a letter and the word. Some words are just one long letter. Cool. I can write longer words. You can write longer words? Absolutely. Wow. Yes, clubs are where it's at. Will you join our club? Here's your hat. What words are you going to write on our sign? Oh, it's easy. I will show you. Ta-da! What does it say? My name. DOS. I'm so glad that DOS is in our club. Amazing. And I can write lots of other words. Dross, cause, moth, DOS, so, on, even claws. Oh, hi, Uno and Dawson Frizz. Hi, Quattro. We are making signs for our new club. I know the perfect word for a club sign. You do? You should join our club. Will your sign say Trez? Nope. Will it end in that? Will it end in os? No. Are you sure it is perfect? Yup. Ta-da! Club! This is a perfect club sign. Boom! Genius. Wait. We should name our club. Wow, this is the best club ever. Well, what does our club do? Yes, names are important. I'm folding paper hats for our club. I'm writing letters and some words for our club. I'm writing a long letter, writing longer words for our club. I'm making the perfect club sign for our club. Let me put this together. I know what we can name our club. What do you mean? I know what you think. The paper folding, letter writing, word forming, sign making club. Or do you think the name is taken? Well, it might be that I took my name out of the sign. Cinderella and the Seven in the White Shoes. Once upon a time, there was a poor little girl named Cinderella who lived in a terrible who lived with a terrible stepmother, and even two worse stepsisters. She spent her days house cleaning while her awful stepmother and stepsisters had tea and cake. Cinderella dreamed that one day an awesome person, a white horse, would come to save her, but no one could ever came. Only more dishes to wash and first couldn't be able to do. That day of the annual princess ball arrived. Cinderella wanted to go, but she didn't have to trust her. So she secretly called for it to make it important. When the fairy godmother arrived, she wasn't quite what Cinderella had expected. The fairy godmother's helpers didn't look like the animals are in the yard, and the dressing looked like a picture from this magazine. The slippers were a little old too. But worst of all was the coach. And of course, let's not mention these. Because I think it's too lazy. Cinderella arrived at the castle very trip. Well, the castle looked a little less grand than she was expecting. Inside, her dress turned blonde and black, and she found out about the dance contest. And the dancing was so pretty weird. And the prince wasn't paying attention. But then it was Cinderella's turn. But her dance was simply but when the prince woke up and noticed the girl with one she didn't see, her strange dance, immediately fell in love with her. He picked Cinderella for the solo dance, and finally took her in his arms. Cinderella discovered that the prince was much better than the magazine. What a disappointment in return. There to bring her home. She had just started the long walk back when something caught her eye. Well, okay. This me Peru is going to get absolute strange. This is Annie, Lillimore, and Lil Lane. They are best friends for many reasons. Speaking other language is just one of them. Even though Annie made hers up, she's pretty sure it still counts. Well, as long as Annie becomes friends, they all get along very well together. Usually, that is, one day their teacher announced that there was going to be a school talent show. Ellie could hardly contain herself. Lemore and Lillian liked really liked this idea. So the three girls decided to hold a meeting to talk about it further. But in reverse, Lillian brought, like any successful meeting, snacks were essential. They were vegetables. Livermore brought veggies for cucumbers and tomatoes. Lillian brought pumpkins, and Annie brought cheese and pickle sandwiches. Order of business number 1. First, they choose the songs they would sing. Livermore and Lillian shrugged. Order of business 2. Next, they needed to unsync on their ordinary dresses. Well, Livermore and Lillian didn't know the story was going. So, order of business 3, they also had to pick their roles on their group. Looked up at each other and rolled the eyes. Annie took a moment to think about this. Over the weekend, Annie practiced her made-up song all by itself. But something was missing, so Annie decided to ask two other girls from class, but Annie tried to rip off them. So Enep and Allie they got Enep and Allie to join her. Enep and Allie looked at each other and burst out laughing. Things weren't quite working out as Annie had planned. Meanwhile, Livermore and Lillian turned strange as they practiced singing their song as a duet. But something was missing. Livermore and Lillian changed her clothes, randomized, and chose a different song instead, one without high notes. So Livermore turned into Romellil, Romellil, and Lillian was turned into Enalil, and Romellil and Nanilil. That night, Andy turned strange too and turned to Aina. So Aina saw about the town show and the snowflakes and L and RL and AL, Earl and L. She knew what she had to do, but it wasn't too late. On Monday, Aina met RL and EL, aka Earl and L, at school like she always did. Unlike the other nights, however, no one said a word. It was very awkward until finally Earl and L sighed with relief and tried to stop himself. Order of business 1, stop and think it through. Order of business 2, reverse. Order of business 3, decide you should wear all the dresses. And order of business 4, the final business. The final order of business. They'll decide. You decide what you decide to make it seem very best as it is. And when Ayla, Aina, Earl and L entered the town show, as all one, they all won. The only way is the Badger's way. The only way is the Warphonics way. Deep in the forest, where something wasn't right overnight. A wall had appeared and someone had covered the trees with strange posters. War fogs had bet are best pondered pondered beaver. Be more warphonic? Puzzled bear. What does that mean? Everyone was confused, but not for long. I'm only telling it like it is, said Warphonic. Everyone knows that Warphonics are the best. Really? Whispered the animals. He sounds so sure, muttered Moose. He must be right. Of course I'm right, beamed Warphonic. And as of today, I think you all need to make an effort to be a bit more Warphonic. Hang on a minute, sputtered Deer. I'm only trying to help you out. Warphonic sputtered. But it is. Look, I've made a list. Number 1, can you dig like a Warphonic? Ready? Dig, dig, dig. It's no good, said Deer. Those hooves were made for digging. Well, eventually not. Agreed. Agreed, Warphonic. I'm afraid you'll have to leave. Leave? Asked Deer. Warphonic nodded. No deer here? He chanted. No deer here? No deer here! I'm really thinking again, Moose. I agree, Warphonic interrupted. The woods are starting to feel more badgery Warphonically already. Now item 2. Badgers live in burrows, so if you can fit through the door, you can stay. Easy peasy, said the small forest creatures. They skipped through the hole. But some got stuck. It's no use. I'm just too big, felled bear. Sorry, guys, said Warphonic. You just don't fit, so bye-bye. Bear, move along, Moose. How rude. I'm outraged at this outrageousness. I don't like where this is going. Warphonic beamed at the remaining animals. You guys are doing great, he cheered. Now it's time for you, your best badger bark. So take a deep breath and now bark! Badger roll! Warphonic shook his head. That was terrible! Freaking terrible like a Suna! Idiot. You sound nothing like badgers? I need Warphonics. I'm afraid it's time for you to help. Hedgehog, buddy, you're bad. Beaver, you're a leaver. The rest of you. Bad. Warphonic admitted with black and white signs. So shiny black and white door. His shiny black and white door and raccoon and Scott both perfectly. Black and white. Oh, fantastic. And then he spotted birds, bugs, and the butterflies. You're all too colorful. You're all too colorful. Warphonic shouted. Skedaddle and scram, you old colorful bunny. And he shooed them all over the wall. Hi guys, you're welcome over here. Will you get out? It's much nicer over here. Okay. Okay. Let me pause the. I gotta make it to. Hey! Cried Raccoon Skunk. That's so much better. Cut in Vorphonic. This place is beautifully battery. I mean, vorphonically. Raccoon Skunk weren't so sure. Grab a paintbrush ready, called Vorphonic. Let's get playing. If it's not black and white, then it's just not right. But Vorphonic painted away all day. Isn't this perfection? He smiled. But no one replied because there was no one left but Vorphonic. On the other side of the wall there was color and fun and laughter, but Vorphonic stopped. He was all alone. Oh dear. He sniffed sadly, then painted one last sign. At last, he understood brothers aren't, Vorphonics aren't bad. But friends are. Okay. Vonik was the handiest sound monster in Westmore Oaks. He had everything industrious. He had anything industrious sound monster could ever need. Everything that is except blood. He checked all his unusual hiding spots. He was completely out. But when he went to find someone, he stopped and asked, Gayro, do you have any carrots? Afraid not. They are swept away from when the wind blew down the house, he said. He stopped to ask Ager, do you have any carrots? Nope. They were in my boat, but it sank. He stopped to ask Mimi, do you have any carrots? Sorry, Vonik, no carrots. What happened to your table? What happened to your table? He asked. Well, what happened to your table? He asked. Maybe. I gave it to Endo. He needed wood to fix his old dam, but I found this beautiful rock to sit on. Is this a rock? It smells like carrots. Maybe it's a stunning seed, he said. Everyone chuckled and everyone had an idea. You can have it. Have it, Vonik said to the sound monster. His friends helped him load the orange ball into his dump truck. When he got home, he went straight to work. He dumped, dosed, and deuced. He waited and waited and waited, and the carrot got big, and out popped an enormous carrot. Enormous. It was a carrot full of blood. Okay, well, what should I do with all that blood? Said Vonik. Everyone had an idea, but Vonik's idea was the best. Oh, after his friends left, he heaved the carrot onto the mill and buzzed the word, cutting in the molar scale full of blood into lumber. Then he put on his tool belt, and went straight to work. First he built a house, then a boat, and at last a table. He loaded them onto his rig, and off he went. Laru stopped to see all of his friends, and then Laru found a peaceful spot to eat the last tiny piece of the enormous carrot. Tasted delicious. Okay. Silent E. Read. Hello, please come in. And welcome. I haven't had visitors for quite a while. Perhaps you could You see, I have heard there's a ghost in his house, but I haven't found one. I'm even sure what the ghost looks like. Some say they are white with holes for eyes, but they're very hard to see. I might be wrong. I have heard some have chains and haunt halls, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Have you ever seen a ghost? Do you know what they look like? Do they only go in the rooms where the lights don't work? Do they come at night? Where do you know where to look? Search everyone into this house. I even checked the chimney, the attic, behind the washrooms and wardrobes. Wait a minute, washrooms? I mean, how can washrooms be in the fancy, luxurious house? And under the bed, twice. I lived here a long time and I never once seen a ghost. Perhaps never will. And that's the end of the story. Hope you like it and subscribe. Try subscribing. It could help me.